In this video, we're going to cover spatialising audio on a TiMax SoundHub. Please make sure you've watched our Building a Space and image definition videos before watching this one. Now that we've worked our way through the various layers of the pan space, we can start positioning our input channels in space and routing audio through our matrix. For most simple shows, all our interaction with the pan space should now be within the spatialisation layer. You can select the spatialisation layer from this section in the left-hand pane. To begin with, we'll start by creating some subspaces. Subspaces allow us to organise our spatial environment by splitting it up into sections. They're useful when you have many audio objects you'd like to categorise and treat differently. We will add image definitions and audio objects to our subspaces. The available subspaces can be viewed at the top of the pan space window. By default, you will have an all pan space which contains all the available image definitions. To create your first new subspace, simply right-click on the subspace bar and select Create New Subspace. We're prompted to name it and select the image definitions we would like to add to it. In this case, we'll call it Stage Only and select just our stage image definitions that we created in the last video. We'll quickly create a Surrounds Only subspace in much the same way. With these two subspaces created, if we wanted an audio object to just be localised to the stage, we would add it to our Stage Only subspace. That audio object would never be routed to any surround loudspeaker. Conversely, if we had a sound effect we just wanted to localise to the surround loudspeakers, we could add it to the Surround Only subspace. Hopefully you can see how subspaces allow you to define, organise and deploy your sound design. To add an audio object to a subspace, we first need to make sure that a cue is loaded into our cue list. Back in the Building a Space video, we created a base state cue, and we need to make sure it's selected from this drop-down list in the left-hand pane. With a cue selected, we can simply drag and drop a channel from the channel list into the pan space. You'll see a pan space point appear, and if we move back to our mixer window, you will see that our matrix has automatically been populated with level and delay send data. This is the basis of building a show in TiMax. Just place your input channels on the corresponding subspace and all your sends will be automatically populated. Let's quickly position the rest of our objects in our subspace. Now that we've placed our objects, we can send audio through the processor from input to output, but we're still missing a key creative component, and that is movement. To create movement paths within TiMax, simply select an existing pan space point and then double-click elsewhere within the pan space. You'll see a vector path appear. We can keep clicking to create further points. These paths can be multi-selected and stretched or copy and pasted, even between objects. This lets you build complex movement paths quickly and efficiently. For now, all these movement paths take the same time to complete. We'll show you how to adjust that when we cover the timeline in more detail. You can click the play button to run the cue and visualise our object movement. Without enabling input from a tracking system, this forms the basis of plotting movements within TiMax. In the last few videos, we've been exploring the object-based mixing capability of TiMax SoundHub. Join us in the next video to learn about the matrix mixer and the channel-based mixing capabilities that are also included in the product.